Hi and welcome back to my channel. It's so great that you are actually back here for another build for Wolcen. And right now we're going to take a look at a warrior build guide that I made here. And it's going to help you deal a lot more damage, even with poly gear, so you can advance into higher dungeons. Also, if you are a fan of Wolcen and want to take a look at more build guides, make sure you check out Stoney's YouTube channel. I've got him covered here on my channel as well a few times, and you can go to my channel links. If you go to my channel and click channel, you can find his channel under there on the related channels as well. If you want to check out more build guides, you should definitely do it with him. He's a great guy. But anyways, let's keep rocking with this build guide here, guys. Rock on and let's go. Hey and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and let's go over this build and see the numbers here. 13k used to shout, we're up to 17k damage in the average, and it's pretty cool, right? We got a whole ton of ferocity, and it is really crunching up the numbers here. So I just want to show you guys, before we dive into more detail about the build here, that it's actually working out pretty well. You can see we're in plus 70 magic find dungeon. The magic find doesn't work right now, but I mean the enemies are plus 7, so as you can see, they are going down pretty smoothly. And usually I start off with jumping in a pack like this and use my shout and just use bleeding edge as many times possible to get them down as fast as we can. We got a bunch of global healing going on here, spell healing when we are doing damage, dealing damage with our spells. We will do some self heals, so it is keeping us up pretty well. And also when you use the shout, you gain some extra health globes. This will also help keep you alive. So yeah, there's a lot of things to go over with this build, but if you stick around in this video, I will tell you everything about it, and hopefully you can use this and progress into some harder dungeons and get some better gear and stuff with some better stats on it. And hopefully you're gonna have a lot of fun along the way as well. So at least I have had plenty of fun with this. Anyways, let's dive into some of the numbers here and leave this guy to killing some more monsters. We will play some more gameplay for you guys afterwards. Alright, so let's go. So let's talk a little bit about stats here. You can see we got 368 ferocity, which is pretty damn nice. And overall we got 75, 76 in the other stats here. 95.4% to bonus damage in total, 13.8k. And you can see here that we have a little bit of life leech on spells, which we gain from 1 ring and from 1 gem. And if we go down, you can see resistances is up pretty well as always. And we got some magic find here at the end. So this is the stats that we are actually running with. And let's just crunch the numbers here. 6k, 5.5k, and on the wings we got 8.3k and almost 9k on Envil's bow. It is now time to talk about the gear here, guys, and as you can see we are running with a two-hander right now called Edgy, and it's buffing up the ferocity and the melee weapon damage and physical damage, and this build is based around physical damage feet, movement speed, ferocity, and all resistances. All resistances here, life leech from a gem, and some resistances for material and elemental and toughness. O'Malley's Lucky Belt. This is an awesome item. If you get it, just put it on straight away. A lot of the damage from this and magic find. Ferocity, all resistances is what we want here, and some health regen and other resistances as well. I'm running with Sagarnaris. This unique ring is pretty cool. It gives you attack speed and agility, poison chance, and it's doing a lot of damage. And I'm using the Seven Sisters Pact as well with 1% global life leech. This is one of the reasons I'm using this. Maybe you could swap it out with a different ring, it's up to you, but this is my choice. Ferocity, all resistances here, and a breastplate with all resistances and a resistance gems as well, and ferocity, which will buff up the damage. Ferocity again here, all resistances and elemental material resistances too. All resistances again here on the heavy helmet, granting you toughness and health regen as well. All resistances maximum health plus the toughness on the shoulders here, and the amulet 10 to all attributes, and it's actually giving me a lot of damage because it's crunching up the numbers in total. And you can you can run this build with a different kind of two-hander if you want. I've been using this spear blade that I found a legendary weapon with 3 sockets in it. It's also doing a lot of damage. Or you can use Regard's Hope if you have this one, which will give you material damage and toughness, just to stay alive a little bit longer if you feel you're too squishy. You could also be running with 2 of these rings, Seal of the Arbiter, to crunch up the numbers on your spells, but then you should most likely never be attacking with your weapon, but only with your spells. But then you can actually get pretty high on ferocity as well, and your total bonus is 102% here. Now, I'm a favorite fan of these 2 rings, so I'll be using these. Now let's carry on. So it's time to just take a look at the skills here. Bleeding Edge, we are running with increased rotation speed, and the axe keeps spinning for a short duration after being thrown at increased cost but reduced damage. But I would rather have it on spinning on me. Now the axe follows you as you move as well. This is pretty nice. We're running with foes affected by the hook are stunned, and we're going to deal rend damage here with deep gashes, and also unrelenting hunt, pull enemies in from all directions. Let's carry on here to the shouts. Sovereign Shouts, we are running with Rallying Cry, increased health globe spawning, grants bonus to all resistances with Hold the Line, Hostile Inspiration, increase the effectiveness of all buffs granted by this skill and other skills as well. Dawnbreaker, enemies hit by the shout gain stacks of weakness. This is pretty nice because it's allowing you to deal more damage and receive lesser damage. Now, increased flight speed here on Wings of Ishmir, stuns on impact, and heavy impalement, increased damage, and relentless pursuit. This no longer has a cooldown but costs stamina points to use this skill. Increased damage here on Envil's Bow, more likely to apply ailments, and critical hit deals more damage. And we're going to have an increased area of effect and higher critical chance on stunned enemies. Because we are stunning enemies when we are using the shout and when we're using the hook, and this gives us a great opportunity of use the Envil's Bow. Now, finally, some of the things that a lot of people are here for. Let's go over the passive skill tree here at the Gate of Fates, and let's see how we set this up. Right, we're going to start here with Soldier, grabbing a lot of melee and critical hit damage, attack damage down here in this tree. As you can see, the wild card plus 50 critical hit chance score, and ferocity. Remember to get the ferocity, is doing a lot of extra damage for you. Critical hit damage and attack speed score here. Going down into the assassin here, granting a lot of critical hit chance score and critical hit damage. Now, material damage here and maximum health. And carrying on to Slipping Shadow, so we can dodge roll through enemies if we like to get away. Maximum health and some force shield, but we don't really need that. Anyways, let's carry on. Attack speed, ferocity, and health regen, and going up into Retaliator to gain a lot of extra damage here. You need to spend 3 points in this to buff up the Retaliator as much you can. This is why we are using all resistance gear. Now, melee weapon damage, attack damage, critical hit chance score again here in Sentinel. And getting a lot of melee weapon damage here over at the warmonger section. This will buff up your weapon damage a lot. And grab the ferocity while we're here. Attack damage, attack damage, attack damage. And going down into plus 10 to material damages. And fire, frost, and lightning will convert into physical damage. Ether, sacred, and shadow will convert into physical damage. And we are going to buff up the material damage here with 30%. And we can now only deal material damages. So this is the build that we are going with, and it's granting you a lot of damage, even with poor gear. So definitely try this out, guys. Now, if you are not really a fan of using a two-hander, you could get a strong legendary one-hander or another unique one-hander, along with the legacy of the Will Breaker, which will also buff up your retaliated damage with 1 extra percent. It's working out pretty well, and I will show you here at the end with some gameplay with a one-hander and a shield. So have fun with this, guys, and let's go over a few of the pointers that are actually really important here, because when you are, jumping into packs, you need to be jumping in with Wings of Ishmir, using Sovereign Shout to get some stacks of weakness on the mobs, and spam your Bleeding Edge. You could also jump in, and when they are stunned, you could use Anvil's Vow as well to deal a lot of extra crit damage to them. Let's say you are fighting a boss and you can dash into the boss and stun him and get a shot of Anvil's Vow on the boss here, right? So there's a different kind of techniques when you are playing this build to make it work, and it's a lot of fun. It gives you a lot of variety in your gameplay, which I think is pretty cool. So definitely give it a shot, and if it's not really working out for you at the beginning, keep playing around with it and see if there's anything you can do better while when you're spending your skills and stuff like this. But I will leave the rest of the gameplay to you guys, so you can enjoy this and you can have a look at how I am playing right now. I died here once, but yeah, that's how it is, right? They are hitting hard and you have low health, but keep playing around with this and you will do some great progression, I'm sure. But anyways, thank you guys for checking out my video here, and remember to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more Wolcen Build guides or other action RPG games. I've been taking a look at Kill Squad, and I'm actually considering to make some videos about this game as well. But let me know in the comment section if you think that this is a great game as well. But I'll just see you guys again on the other side. Have fun and enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Thank you.